it's popular for a reason.
Yeah.
It's
cheap.
You want to
It
get
gets you
drunk on
drunk.
a budget? Yeah, I was about to say. But Entropy versus American Bowser.
Yeah, and
so
Agile's going Bowser, too. I mean, this is...
both of these players have been going back and forth, and honestly, it's a 50-50 from the records that off the top of my head. So
Yeah.
I know that the first time Entropy ever played American Bowser, and this was 2 years ago at ICPM, when Entropy played for College, even though he was still in high school, because Azer recruited him, and he
Yeah.
went to the club, and he was like, all right, you're going.
All right, kid, get in there.
And American Bowser just recently failed UNT, or had his like minor break from it.
Yeah.
American Bowser, or Entropy, as Hot Pockets, demolished American Bowser. But I think in the last maybe 8 months or so, American Bowser has gotten the matchup on lock.
It's one of those ones where, like, Ice Climbers can do this to Bowser, but at the same time, Bowser gets a lot going for himself.
And I think, and this is no shame to Entropy, even though he is at Losers Finals, I think he is getting a lot less consistent on some of his grab punishes, but his overall neutral has excelled.
Yeah.
And this is one of the big reasons why I think Hot Pockets has beaten American Bowser in the past, but American Bowser has had the edge as of recently.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to hit things nearly as hard. And I mean, I think that you can actually chain grab Bowser.
You can chain grab him to around 80, if I remember correctly. But even
I like this.
After 80, you can just immediately kill him. So it doesn't really matter, because you should have him at the edge by the higher percent. Power shielding the flames.
Yeah.
That's
I like that follow
so good. So it's pivot. So he does pivot into Ice Cube on Nana, and then he does the approach. So it forces you into shield, and if Entropy is looking correctly, he is most likely going to get a grab off of your shield.
What hit the secondary climber there? Is that like fair at a hit stun or something? It was really hard to tell.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This could be everything. Oh, he drops it.
And he went for the infinite. That's frame perfect.
Yeah.
So going for the down throw with Nana, you have to go for... Oh.
Did you notice how he got that pivot grab out so he could
Yeah.
reverse it back to ledge? But oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah, he tried for it again.
That was good though. That was good coverage. Pulling his lead through.
So the turnaround into the regrab is frame perfect. So you have to hit it at the same frame that it releases.
Yeah.
Any form of down throw into immediate grab with the secondary climber or primary climber has to be a frame perfect input.
Man, that double is so rough.
Ooh, I
Really
like the
solid.
vertical climb.
Oh,
Down smash. The
was
Smashville
super
platform
sick.
was very...
that was actually such a good decision. He should be dead here. Yeah. Bowser's wide enough to where you can't juke him out on the trip.
Yeah.
Because up smash is like...
And I also think Ice Climber's back throw is also weight independent as well. So either way, if he was at a higher percent, that would have worked.
All right. There's an adaptation we saw that we didn't really see from Aggie in our set, was that rising up air under platform. He doesn't like to do that.
He doesn't. He doesn't
really
charge.
doesn't use it.
He's like nega bananas in some of his gameplay
He's
choices.
so grounded. Like,
There we go. He got it.
He got it,
He
but-
got it.
he wanted it. Oh. Yeah, that's big. This is huge swing. Ooh, the punches.
Oh.
Yep.
And just eating it all.
I thought you said yeeting it all, and I was
Oh.
like, he yoked real good.
I mean, yes, he also yoted.
He yoked real good.
Oh, no
Okay.
down smash. Trying to punish the landing. Just,
Yeah. Oh,
it's risky when you don't have your backup climber at
It
that
is.
point. Because a high percent down throw, because he is at that high percent, it does launch farther.
He
So
didn't finish the animation of Squall either, so he was still in special fall by the time he got to ABJL. I think he was expecting to edge cancel it and then immediately get to.
this is looking like it's an American Bowser's victory.
Agile stock.
Yeah.
That is such a silly hitbox. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That, like barely poked her down.
I think, was that immediate up B into...
Yeah, it was the Fortress Hog. I mean, with Sopo, you get that chain grab.
It is doable. It is doable. And Entropy does know this.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
patience.
he was expecting the up air.
Oh, he doesn't quite get the grab. Oh.
And he tried for the
Yeah.
early release of the side B. I think if he had slightly more vertical climb on the mash rather than just going for side B and then drifting to the side, he would have been able to immediately grab ledge. But I
Yeah.
mean, that's so naysayable.
Yeah, you can definitely be like, eh.
I think some decision making on Entropy's side of game,
Yeah.
or on
I think
his,
he needs to go for these spikes, man. He needs to go for these spike handoffs.
His-
Because, like,
he
he was hitting those against Fury so consistently. And then this game, like, he's been going for that frame perfect ledge handoff, and it's like just hit the spike.
so he wants to go for the frame perfect ledge hog, but he also isn't punishing landings as hard as he could. He's not going for the solid down smash that early Entropy has been going for.
Yeah.
He always goes for the grab now, even as Sopo,
Yeah.
which is something I wouldn't advise, especially if he is at that higher percent.
I think it's the... Oh, God. It's definitely, like, the matchup that does it more than anything. Because there's that prospect, that possibility of taking Bowser to 80% for free.
Yeah.
And so, it's so tempting to do it, but it's not quite there. Oh, man.
So there is an approach that Entropy has done 4 times in this matchup that I'm very excited to see as he develops as a player. I think in this matchup it's pretty difficult, but it's been working out so far. He's been doing pivot desync blizzard with Nana,
No, it's
and then he
tricky.
approaches.
Yeah, he'll drag her back and then zoom in on you as soon as you...
And he did it there again. But instead of opting for the run forward, he did a full hop. So it covers the grounded option and it allows him to shark. And it's something that you can also do in Melee, but the Blizzard isn't as big of a hitbox and isn't as threatening, so not as viable.
Yeah, what's horrifying to me is just how quickly ABJL was able to switch over from playing Sheik and then doing this.
Yes.
Like, Bowser, I feel like it's just ingrained in this boy.
I would expect to say that 4 years of playing Bowser is going to get that ingrained into your body.
Oh my goodness. Is this it? Oh my god.
No,
Yeah,
with the
wow.
fair. And that was smart to dive down on the side B. So it is actually incredibly hard for ice climbers, and I actually don't think that they can gain lift if they're hitting you with side B.
I don't know if they can or not.
Because if you put yourself into the hitbox, the delay of the hits on top of each other don't stack onto how rapidly that you're actually like mashing B.
Okay.
So it causes like a consequence of like no rise.
Just hit the spike, my guy. Just do the spike.
He's just trying to build up percent, so it's better confirmed.
I guess.
Oh,
That's
and that
dead
happens,
anyway.
yeah.
That was good.
I think that is probably what he was going for in execution rather than going for the risky spike.
Oh, didn't quite get the shield out.
Because even though Bowser is so large, there is a risk where he doesn't get the spike. He actually just gets the launch.
Oh yeah, because his hitbox can just like eat the other one.
Exactly.
So, yeah, there's hurtbox, pardon me. I like how aggressive Aggie's being. Like, normally... Oh.
I think for a matchup against Bowser, it's good that he's being aggressive.
Yeah.
I think for, like, against you, not
No,
at all.
No. Like, with Luigi, you don't get too aggressive too much. You gotta camp that son of a bitch out.
Because you have to make sure that you're under platform, you're doing your full hop down airs as Luigi, or full hop double fairs just to, like, get away from the space. Maybe short hop.
Short hop down airs.
Yeah, short hop down air, short hop double fair, short hop fireball sometimes just to stop the horizontal movement.
No, it's good. It's juicy.
Bowser doesn't really get to invest in the exact same mannerisms that we see.
Oh my god, Nana's a genius. Okay. This is looking a lot better. I mean, the thing is like his handoffs have been so much better. Yeah.
And we saw, so he actually caught him on the pivot desync blizzard.
Yeah.
And when he grabbed Popo, we still saw Nana go for the blizzard.
Yeah.
And he did it once again.
She's vulnerable is the thing. Like, every desync is making your ice climber vulnerable. It's not as bad in this game, but it's still really rough sometimes.
I think it's harder for Bowser compared to other matchups. And that was a god tier confirm.
Oh my goodness. Yo, bring it back around, Swaggy.
He killed him at like 30.
Yeah, that's huge. And again, see, he just needs to, like, Bowser's so big, you shouldn't be missing this chain grab.
He tried to gain that percent once again. And we saw him go for the select, or the coverage, just making sure that he could grant any option, or basically select any option that American Bowser tried to go for. Going out of the hitbox, building up the percent, going for the infinite once again, and this should be the fair. Oh,
wow.
Forward smash instead.
That was brutal.
And what's
honestly.
good is that that's a DI mix-up.
Yeah.
So,
because like, are you gonna hold in fear of getting hit, or are you gonna hold in and then get caught?
so the best thing that you can do as a player is you actually have to hold in. So
You have to,
because because it's an infinite, and because forward throw is weight and DI independent.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, holding out is only going to get you killed by the forward smash that is inevitably going to hit you.
And it really is just like, are they gonna fail their execution test or not?
But if he holds in and Entropy messes up,
You're safe.
he goes for the block and then the desync jump block, which
Oh,
covers
no.
double jump and a standstill or just aerial drift. So he dies.
God, ice climbers are gross.
So
I don't think about these things because as a floaty, I just SDI up and away, and I get to live another day.
and something as Bowser, and this usually only works for Bowser.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, it only works for Bowser because he gets disrupted in the immediate drift. I think DK has a better chance in dealing in
I think that
certain
DK is faster,
moments.
and he's like able to do a lot more to Nana
Yeah.
too. Like a lot of what Jake has been doing is catching Aggie out of these really high squall hammers. I would love to see some late squalls together, like falling, psych, and then change it up as soon as Jake's committed to a move. You use it almost like Uncle Mojo uses side Bs off the ledge. It's not about how stupid it looks. It's about if it works.
Now, I think it is a little too late in the set for Entropy's momentum to get started, as we saw. Now,
I don't know.
his execution has been very strong, but with a stage like FOD,
It messes things up.
this is a counter pick you have to be looking out for because
Yeah.
it messes up these things.
Oh, yep. And it gives, there's so much space that Bowser has here.
And one of the big reasons why this is a big problem for Bowser is because his safest home is ledge, but if Entropy scopes it out and he catches on to habits while you're playing on ledge, you have a possibility of dying.
Yeah.
Now it's just if and when both players choose to play at ledge.
Yeah.
Because if Bowser is playing at ledge or is at ledge and Entropy decides to play at ledge, he's most likely dead.
Yeah.
But if he's not, then Bowser's probably dead. It just depends.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to crouch cancel through that, but there's not really anything you can do to challenge Bowser sub 100%.
He tried to challenge it onto platform and go for down smash, but the push off onto the platform because of just slide DI.
What do you do here?
You hold center stage.
Yeah, you just have to wait.
You either hold center stage and you go to top platform, but that's still really dangerous. It's a great position for Bowser.
Yeah. These forward tilts are really hard to deal with as a low dash character too, because he can just stand there doing them over and over again, and then he has the mix-up Koopa Claw, which is pretty much the same set distance.
I honestly think that this stage is probably Icy's worst.
In this matchup, yes, no doubt. Most big bodies, oh gosh.
I may beg to differ, but if I remember correctly, I think I see this stage banned quite often, especially with Tech Boy, no matter what matchup.
Really? He just doesn't want to play it.
Because of the fact that you do mess up desyncs, it is very space heavy, and there's a lot of space that you have to give for things like pivot desyncs or spot dodge desyncs or any form of set play that the ice climbers can hold. I think against large floaties, maybe like Jigglypuff, this is a great stage, but very, very dependable.
Yeah, it's reliable for sure, but like...
Because 4 stocks right now holding against Bowser, it's crazy how much space he can work off just because he is so big.
Well, also with the denial of like the handoffs here, like he's not going to get much off of it. That was really good. He actually just jumped up and wave landed on. Gets that. Oh man, drops it.
See, you went for the double jump, and it covers it.
Oh my god. Okay, that'll trade out. That's actually really fucking good. You're right. Oh, so huge. Yeah, he's just able to keep them both up there. Goes to oh, he misses the Fortress Hog. 67%. Can he bring this back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he can.
Not like this.
It's...
Nana's gone. He's gone. And I gotta go fight Bowser. Or Sheik.
That's a good result. This is the second time that Entropy has gotten third at an Infinity and Beyond.